Welcome, everybody, to another episode of College Controversy. It's the boys, Ben, Ethan, Joseph. We don't got Simon with us right now. He had to take a little break. Things got a little heated in our last podcast, but that's okay. I just want to introduce everyone.
Heat are minus 18.5 now.
Get it?
We got them at minus 14.5.
We'll get
All right.
Wow, they're up 17.
Yo, don't chesh anything.
Hold on.
Okay, yo, so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about.
Wait, hold on. Let's introduce our
Oh,
guests.
okay.
Yo, we got Daniel Nashirian with us today. One of my boys for life, bro. I love you, Donnie. Thank you for coming on. Josh, bro. One of my boys for life.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And bro, we got Dove again. What up, bro?
It's good.
It's good to have you again.
My pleasure.
Thank you for coming on, guys. We really appreciate it. Yo, I think I have my closest friends in the world in the room with me right now.
Wow.
And I love it. I love to see it.
You're kidding.
Okay, yo, so
For those who don't know what's going on, so there's a lot of bets on the table right now. A lot of us do sports betting.
So sports betting is legal in New York now, okay?
Congratulations, guys.
So we're not doing it through illegal means, all right? Just so everyone knows.
Bookies are going bankrupt.
All right. Bookies are slowly going out of business, just like drug dealers. But yeah. So we're in the middle of some serious bets right now. So we might be a little bit distracted, but we're gonna try to give all our focus, 110% on our guests, and we're gonna make it a very interesting podcast for you guys. All right, yo. So speaking of betting, Josh. So little background on Josh. Josh, you want to see what you're doing right now? You want to give us some insight on what you're up to right now?
All right. So currently a 2L at hospital, just chilling around, doing the same old.
What's your focus right now?
So right now, want to do sports law, which consists of anything from, I feel like every kid's dream is, you want to play in the NBA, NFL, but then you realize you're not a 6'10", 210,
It's true.
So then you're like, all right, what's the next best thing here, guys? And I'm thinking, you want to represent those people. So you want to represent athletes, actors, anybody in the entertainment industry.
Why not the med industry? Why not become a doctor and go into sports medicine then?
That was actually my first idea, and then I realized
He was very into sports medicine, orthopedics, things like that originally.
Yeah.
So you can tell Josh was always into he wanted to work with athletes and things like that.
Good shit,
anything in the sports.
Got those big aspirations, huh?
Yeah.
Yo, so breaking news today, Calvin Ridley,
Is it so big?
probably what is he?
This is coming
What
out.
is he gonna be the top free agent wide receiver this year, Josh?
So
Was
he
he
actually
at the top? Was
he
he that
actually
much
sat
of a-
out the second half of the season due to mental illness concerns. But it's funny because he placed what Ethan was alluding to here. He placed a total of 1,500 in bets, and now Roger Goodell, aka the NFL commissioner, has suspended him for the remainder of
the rest, all of next season.
So he essentially lost out on millions of dollars for a total of 1,500 in bets.
1,500, that's all he bet?
Yeah.
He bet millions
Nope.
on his team.
Nope.
Wait, so I don't understand. So he actually
bet on his team?
He bet on his own
Or
team.
did he bet on other
The
teams?
details aren't clear. I just know that he placed 1,500 total in parlays.
Because wait, so does it mean that any? Does it
Oh,
mean
there were
that any,
parlays also. Major degeneracy.
Yeah.
Yo, Josh, you're taking this so
Bro, if Josh is an attorney right now, he'd be
Wait, but I got a question. Why
The details aren't clear. Just
are athletes?
Yeah, details are pretty inconclusive.
Are athletes prevented from betting on any? If you're an NFL player, are you prevent? Is it in your contract?
Yes,
You can't
there's
bet
a
on
there's a
any
buy
NFL
clause.
game?
There's a buy clause in the contract, and it's exactly why. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the former NBA referee.
Wait, what is buy clause?
A buy clause is essentially
Josh,
For our audience
speak English,
at
bro.
home.
all right. A buy clause is
Not all
essentially
lawyers.
it's nothing. It's nothing crazy. A buy clause is just like when you have an entity and you represent another person, and you're that person in that contract. You can't violate the bylaws of the contract. It's just like a set, standardized regulation.
code.
Yeah. So there's this former NBA referee. I forgot what his name was, but he was caught.
Jordan era.
He was caught betting on games, and this was close to there, and his reputation was tarnished, removed from the league, no pension anymore,
Went to jail,
nothing, no severance.
Yeah, so it's
a big deal.
serious
I
It's
hear
a
a
big
funny
deal.
story. One of my good friends who I do a lot of business with, he was at the Rangers game last week. Him and all their boys went, and he sees this tall guy. He's wearing a New York hat. He's like, yo, who is this guy? He's messing around with him first. He has no idea. And one of his boys is like, yo, it's Quentin Grimes on the Knicks. They played at the Garden earlier. He was at the Rangers game because his brother I forget what team he's on, but they were playing the Rangers,
Right.
stepbrother or whatever. And they made a bet. He's like, "Yo, put $100 on it," and the Rangers lost. Tyler's like, "Yo, what's your Venmo?" He's like, "Nah, don't worry about it." Speaking of the topic, it's pretty funny.
Wow.
That's
Respect.
Yo, so Josh,
Yeah, hit me, Ethan.
By the way, this is whoever's watching this, I want you to appreciate the squad because it's literally all the OGs. So
yeah, it's a legendary.
it's a fire one.
Yo, so Josh, you said you wanted to give us your insight on the CBA and a little bit of that.
Right. So as you referenced earlier, or at least before the episode started, the collective bargaining agreement for the NFL. It's also very important that you guys know this. The NFL is the only entity or league that has guaranteed contracts. So that's very important.
Why is it important?
Because
Wait, there's no guaranteed contracts in the NBA or NFL or MLB?
I think it's season to season.
So essentially the NFL is the only league that has guaranteed contracts, meaning
like no matter
what
happens,
you're still getting a percentage of.
You still get like, so for example, like a lot of players, they sign for like, let's say like a nice contract is like 5 years, $120 million, and they'll get like $80 million
even
guaranteed.
If you're on the IR, correct.
Exactly.
Even
so
if
like,
you're
so
on
that
the
means
IR.
that means like even if you don't play the rest of your career after you sign that contract, you
Correct.
automatically get $80 million.
Yeah.
What if you get injured?
It doesn't matter. You automatically get the money, the guaranteed money that's coming to you.
Retired.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense, honestly. The NFL is such a dangerous sport, and so much, not even recent studies, of just the effects of it long term on just the brain.
CTE, big deal, yeah.
And, I think they deserve that.
Dude, I think, bro,
they
do
deserve
you know
it.
how many NFL players, like, after they retire, it's a
An astonishing
ridiculous,
number, yeah.
it's a ridiculous amount who like have like concussion issues
I think
and
it's like 1 in every 3 linebackers or something.
and they start to like develop like cognitive
Yeah.
issues and like things like that. It's horrible.
really
It's
bad.
horrible.
Like
I
that's
think it's
why
a topic that's not discussed.
Antonio
as much as it
Brown,
should be, honestly.
Vontez Burfict's hit on Antonio Brown. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. That a lot of people are saying after that hit, that's kind of what made him like spiral, like out of control.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
so
wouldn't be surprised.
serious, no.
Who else? Dove. Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco,
Ocho,
also
yeah.
had a very, very bad hit that was
Yeah.
like almost.
He got
ended
rocked
his
by Ray
career.
Lewis.
Yeah, dude, I was watching the Nelk podcast, the Ocho Nelk podcast, and he was like, the players' mentalities going into each game was to treat them and deck them and
I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Saints bounty.
Play
the
D on them?
The bounty
Saying that the
Loosen
Saints had a
up, bro.
bounty
We're
on
with the
other
boys.
players.
on other players and their defensive
Kind
coordinator.
of like Jordan.
Yeah.
They had the Jordan rules. This was basically, we're going after this specific player. If you get a hit on this specific
You
player,
got like an
you get a
additional
reward.
50 or 100K. So I remember one time, this is when the Saints D was like top of the league. Like they were very good. Like they had Greg Roman as, they had Darren Sharper, Jonathan Vilma. They had a bunch of huge players and, very, big repercussions. They lost a bunch of draft picks, fines. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
was that the Drew Brees era?
It was the height of the Breeze era.
That is era? It's fresh.
Wait, so Josh, how are you liking law school, bro?
Can't complain, B. It's not.
Are you done?
I'm in my second year of my second semester.
But you're trying to finish early, right? You're
Yeah.
taking summer classes,
So
winter courses.
Yeah.
Law school's 3 years, right?
Total of 3 years. Yeah. So
Okay.
technically it's a total of 6 semesters total. But yeah, I'm trying to get done before then.
Okay, and like, so you want to go into representing like you want to be like an agent or like I don't get it.
So
Yeah, so what do? You want to be like Ari Gold on Entourage, or
Right,
like
so
what?
that's
you
common-
want to be like Rich Paul? Like which one is it,
So
Josh?
that's a common misconception. So what I want to do is I want to just field access, essentially. So I want to work close to close with the players, represent them in their contracts, represent them whenever a legal issue arises. Essentially their go-to.
So you don't want to be like a trial
Would that be
attorney or anything like that.
Would you be a personal attorney for a player or like a team attorney?
So
How
I
would
mean,
that-
I can be like, for example, the New York Giants. I'm sure they have team attorneys, but then specific players that are like very good. For example, let's say Saquon Barkley. I'm sure he has his own personal attorney.
Yo, pause. What'd you get the spread at?
14.5.
Okay, you hit.
This is
Good
all
shit.
going in, by the way.
Did it hit?
Yeah, it hit.
Did the under hit too?
What'd you get the under at?
226.
Under was at 229.
Nah,
Did you bet the same amount on the under?
I don't know.
That's a crazy bet. That was a very
That's
ballsy
not bad.
bet,
All right,
by
so
the
you
way.
hit 1 and 2. That's not bad.
Exactly, that's not bad, bro.
I told you to cash out for the other one, but it is what I told you the other.
So, for those who don't understand, Ethan just won a bet and he lost a bet, so it kind of evened out.
Pete, thanks for the commentary.
Yeah. So, back to Josh.
Yeah.
Back to Drake and Josh.
Right. So what B was asking about, like, what type of attorney.
And then there are
Right.
attorneys. What's the
Right.
difference?
So the agent you don't necessarily need to go to law school to be an agent.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So an attorney.
But if you do, aren't you more qualified technically? Like, wouldn't
If
be
you
more
do go to law
desired?
school?
Yeah, wouldn't you be more desired?
Right. Yes. That's essentially, especially in that field, it's really all about connections. I'm sure you know.
Okay.
So
yeah.
even if
I feel like
you're
that's in
more
everything, though.
so yeah, even if you're more qualified, nobody's going to know about you if you don't have those connections already set in place.
Yeah, Josh. So what does like agency like WME? What do they do? Are they just a bunch of lawyers, or are they specifically a collection of
You
agents?
said W what?
WME, like
Not familiar with that.
Endeavor. Basically, like they're the biggest
talent agencies.
agencies.
Those
talent
talent agencies like in
agencies?
Hollywood, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're composed of a group of lawyers, and I mean, I'm sure there's one of them is the partner, and then he just sends out like the individual attorneys to like whatever.
Gotcha. So like Rich Paul is the biggest agent right now. So he basically built his.
Why is it
career
just
off
because
of-
he represents LeBron?
He started off with LeBron. He was one. I think he was.
I think he
founded
him. Yeah,
I think it was like in high
That's
school
what it
or
was,
something.
yeah.
Really?
He
So
scouted him
and-
out.
They've been
yeah.
together the
And
whole way out.
and that's what got his career just streamlining. It was just LeBron and the hype.
Those two guys in the NFL, those brothers, the Katz brothers, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
I know two brothers, but not the
They're
Cats.
Jewish, bro. Like they represent like mad NFL players, I think.
Oh, I thought you were saying Jewish players. So I was tripping out.
Yeah, no, like they rep like these like 5 or 6 like major NFL players. Like, bro, these guys make a lot of money. Yo, Josh, you're gonna be wealthy, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, if that route doesn't really
Josh,
work
don't forget
out,
about me, bro.
yeah, try not to.
Give back.
So Josh, I got a few questions like about like law school and stuff. So
Shoot 'em my way,
it's-
Ethan.
It's been like it's come to my understanding that like if you want like a high paying job to be like for as an attorney, if you like all the high paying jobs are in corporate law essentially to be an attorney, and in order to like mostly all these like corporate law firms, they're like recruiting out of like Ivy League schools and like things like that. So like is it still possible to go from like not an Ivy League school but still like a respected
Like New
law
York
school
law, like
or like
New York law.
Cardozo or like things like that to like go into like corporate law and like things like that?
Right. So yeah. So there's actually certain firms that they, even though they go to the Ivies first, they still have a few spots left for non-Ivies. And there's this girl. She was on Law Review. She's in my section. Name's not coming to mind, but she just got recruited by Caitlin and Ellis, which is like one of the biggest personal injury firms like in the world.
Wow.
So there's some headway for those who want to make some headway.
Right.
Would you say like it's all networking? I guess.
It's a matter of networking, making sure you're paired up with the right mentor, taking the right classes, speaking to the right professors. Just it's a combination of everything.
It's like
Really.
putting yourself out there, practically.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so.
What determines like I guess the connection? What's more valuable in law school? The grades you make, or
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
connections
ask that.
that you build? Basically,
Isn't it like an equal like?
no. What's weighted?
It's a
more?
balance.
No, because I think
Would you rather have a professor vouch for you, or would you rather say, "Oh, I passed the bar with a perfect score"?
where you're ranked.
That's extreme, but you know.
So really passing. So I'm glad you mentioned because it doesn't matter what score you get on the bar as long as you pass. So that's really irrelevant at that point.
Really.
Yeah, as long as
You just have to pass the
you just have to
bar.
pass. But
So when you apply to jobs,
No, but what percentage of people that every time they take the bar fail? It's like what, like 45%, 50%?
oh, I know. No. I know. You're talking about world, nationwide, statewide.
I'm
Or
talking
just
about
in New York State.
New York State.
No, it's not 45% that take it fail. That'd be an insanely high number.
I heard. We were talking to Daniel Lavion. He graduated from Fordham, and he was taking his bar, and he's like, yeah, like
Fordham's a good school also.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
it's a
good
great
school,
school,
and
yeah.
he
Tier 1, right?
and
It's up there.
and he was saying how like there's like an insane amount of people that like take the bar and fail. It's not as easy as just saying, you got to take it and pass. You know, like there's a large percentage that fail when they take it. You know?
Might be right. For first-time test takers, though, like if you look at those statistics, just first-time test takers, it's not as bad.
What is it? Do you know around?
I think it's in the low 70 to high 70s.
So 30% fail.
Yeah.
Around.
I think
That's still a big number.
Yeah.
it's a big number.
Has
But California, though,
That's like saying
huge.
people who take the MCAT don't retake it usually. Most
Yeah.
people take it twice.
Yeah.
Realistically.
harder in
No.
certain states?
That's like it's not
Depends
It's not
on
comparable. It's
jurisdiction.
not
I
comparable.
get that, I guess, but like still, it kind of
Because there's no pass fail like in like
Okay, fine, sure.
you know.
Yeah, it's
Josh,
all
is it
relative.
harder in certain states? Like,
So-
how does New York compare to like?
So
other
New York
states?
law has a specific penal code for criminal law. So I'm sure in California, I'm not familiar with the penal code there, but
One bet Dove told me to take, I lost.
You lost that.
Sorry, yo, continue.
let's not. Ethan doesn't want to have.
Wait,
Ethan
now
doesn't
you're
want.
making me feel
Ethan doesn't want to mention that I told him
you
to.
should.
You.
For those of you not familiar, there's
Make
a.
up for it.
For those of you not familiar, there's a cash out feature on FanDuel. Great feature, and I actually
Calling you out.
told Ethan to cash out on that under because
Basically, get your money back.
not only that,
Were you up
you
on
get
the
your money
under?
back and more.
Already up on
Especially,
Are you serious?
especially in Ethan's case when he was winning,
Dude.
you could have cashed out and gotten profit
So essentially,
also.
he got greedy and ended up butting him.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
dude, realistically, bro. Bro. Our bets are always close, and there's always the cash out.
Yeah.
And I think we lost multiple $1,000s not cashing it.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, you take a bet, you're confident, you want to ride it. We're degenerates.
Listen, when you take a bet, you also
Yo,
make sure
E,
that
green over greed. Green over greed.
Also, when you
The
take
wise words from a Sharon.
when you take a bet, you also make sure that you're not
Learned
putting
the
in money
hard
that
way.
you need. Like
Yo,
this is
guys.
money that you can.
Ash, tell us about that. You want to tell us a story?
Dan's got a story
You want
for
to tell us
us
some
here.
stories?
No, like I don't really have a story. Just
Dan's got a story.
You want to give us some life lessons? Give us some life lessons.
Whatever. For those of you who do stocks, which is a majority of the people here, B knows. You know, when you're up on something, green, pull out. Don't get too greedy.
Let's buy those Russian bonds, Donnie.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
yeah. We'll speak about that.
Wait, Josh, so you're talking
Especially when you're doing options trading.
Oh, that's when you get into the real world.
Big leagues.
So,
Big leagues.
green over greed, boys. Green over greed.
Dude, I think options trading. I'm
But yo, Ash, what would you tell to the people who always play it safe and don't get far in life? I think high risk, high reward, folks.
Boys, the biggest risk you can take in your life is not taking any risks. So,
So you're contradicting what you're saying.
why?
You're like,
Why is that
green
biggest he's saying exactly what
No,
the
I'm
biggest
taking
risk is not taking any risks.
Yeah, the biggest risk is not taking any risks,
No,
but
take a risk. Take a risk. Let me read.
okay, take calculated risks. So
Take a risk, but don't get greedy. When you're up,
exactly, that's what I mean. B knows what I'm talking about.
Points. Come on.
Yo, triple B, tell him.
And how about they hit a 3 at the buzzer in garbage time?
Is that really what it was?
I guess your luck was shot. It's okay. You're doing a great job, E. Keep doing it.
Betting is.
Yo, E, did you sell Tilray
problem.
yet or no? You're still holding.
That's gotta go.
No, I sold Tilray, and you know what I bought? Penn stock, like an 88. Brian goes,
I
yo, pound
advised
Penn
against
stock,
that, by the
pound
way.
Penn stock.
I was the only one out of the boys not to buy that, and dude, a lot of people they see stocks, they had earnings or Porno had news out.
Yeah, because Porno, the sex tape released,
down,
and
yeah.
Penn State Penn
Down
stock
20,
dropped
23%
heavy.
or whatever.
Assault, bro.
No, the tape.
No,
there
it
was
wasn't
a
the tape.
also.
It was the
assault
lady,
allegations
the
also, yeah.
Wall
allegations,
Street Journal.
which he
No, but I
destroyed.
read also
What? I didn't hear
because
about
of
this.
I read also because of his text. Because
Porno, he had a whole
sex
thing.
tape got released
Women
about
came
him.
out. They said
No, women were forced to kind of bend the truth a little bit. But he came out with evidence showing that those women were lying. And
No, they said he.
They said that he humiliated them in the act of coitus.
Who said that?
Meaning he degraded them.
Coitus?
as-
I know he was
Coitus,
going back
bro.
and forth
He was
with
shoving Cooper
Business
from the Big
Insider,
Bang
no?
What's
Yeah, that was the company.
Oh,
Who
Business
released
Insider.
the article, yeah.
Is that the company?
And I think
And
he's suing them
and
now
he
for defamation.
ruined their lives.
Yeah, he posted
violated
the
it.
emails on his Instagram.
He
You
does,
saw that?
Yeah, he does that, and then he goes to a liquor store and he brands a bottle. Basically, he gets it engraved like their names.
of their enemies, and
And
when they fall, he
my
drinks the bottle.
my enemies are after me. I don't know if you know the.
By the way, that was
Tinder swindler?
Crazy.
Tinder swindler?
Nuts.
I think he's just chilling now.
Yeah, dude.
He's just
he's-
mobbing
No,
out.
but the real Leviathan.
He won.
are so
He won.
Josh,
He won.
Dude, he's getting sued up the wazoo now.
Yeah.
That's a major defamation case, by the way,
Yeah, I
against
know.
him.
Yeah, and they
What about
are.
that term up the wazoo? That's kind of made a resurgence, up the wazoo. I've been hearing
Up
that.
the wazoo. That's mine.
Yeah, I've been hearing that more and more lately.
Yeah, the wazoo is
That's all.
the wazoo is a river in
By
India.
the way, out.
And it's a very, very long river, and
Is
that's
it
where
longer
the
than the Nile,
that's where the
Ethan?
that's where the the Nile's the longest river in the world.
Right.
But that's where the term comes from, up the wazoo.
Dude, by the way, a lot of the terms
So why
that,
don't you say up the Nile? If it's
that
longer?
doesn't sound as good.
So Ash, do me a favor, go say up the Nile to someone and see what they say.
Okay, fine.
Literally. Bro, a lot of the terms that we used and came up with, dude, out of yeah.
Dude, out of nowhere, bro, I'm walking down the street, I go,
None of that.
dude,
I hear this
random
everywhere now.
kids, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, can you define?
Yo, B, give us one, B.
Can you define what that means? E?
I don't even
No,
know.
it's
No,
in
you
our
know.
terminology, it makes sense if you know.
Our
No,
terminology.
you
for
gotta
those,
ask the other Josh Malley.
for those who
about that
don't
one.
know what that means, it means that you got some. That's practically what it means in simple words.
You got some what?
No, it used to have that connotation. Now it's just something fun to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
just do it as a collective.
Yo, Dove, give us one, Dove.
Dude, what the OG was not you didn't.
Oh, and
that was
FanDuel,
Kevin's
if you're
and all
watching
that
this,
boys.
if you want to give us a quick sponsor, that'd be great. FanDuel.
FanDuel sponsor.
Game
Sponsor
over,
us.
by the way. That was like 5-6 years ago. With this,
GG.
Yo, but this was
GG's
Dove.
was
The hand
always
sign
the
was
thing.
Dove.
That was all me.
That was Dove.
GG's
Ash with yeah. Come on.
Bro, you want to hear something
Oh,
funny?
so-
On Shabbat, when we were with these chicks, bro, okay? And we were like messing around with
Where
them
were you for Shabbat? You were
at
in-
Oeb's apartment,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And we were like messing around with them and stuff. They're like, yo, like, let's like, cause like this one girl was like Ashki from Muncie, so like we wanted to like bring it back a little bit. So so we start going like, oh, you did it, yeah, you did it, and then I remembered, I'm like, yo, like what other like Jewish songs I know? I'm thinking of Ash. I'm like, Ashreichem, Ashreichem, Ashreichem.
Dude, they died of laughter. Yeah, let me get.
They liked
They
it?
loved it.
Ash, let me get it straight, bro. Let me get it straight.
They loved it, Ash. They loved
No
it.
way.
They loved it.
No way.
Don't put him on the spot.
Don't put him on the spot.
But yeah, I just want to say, I was like, I wish you were there because like I know you have these songs on deck,
Of
Ash.
course, bro. Of course.
I know you have them on deck.
Yo, E, none of that.
I have
None of
None of
that.
I have Dan's contact name saved. It's actually Daniel Shern Wadiullah. I actually have it saved
Now we
as
have to
that.
change it to you're kidding.
I still don't know.
Yo, what
don't know why
about
he has
how
that
are you?
as the
How are you? How are you?
Bro, the list is endless.
No, yo, Johnson.
The list is really endless.
Johnson Tara also made a couple of good ones.
Yo, who
Yeah.
came up with how are you? How are you?
That's Ash.
I thought that was Soul.
No, that was
That wasn't Soul?
How are you?
How are you? I'm doing good.
We were in Miami, bro. I just want to say this. We were in Miami. We're like walking from the Fountainville on 41st on that street. We were going to like pick something up. We were going to dinner or something, right? And I was just literally going to every chick he sees. How are you? How you doing? How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
No, that was booties. How you doing? Like, you know what I'm talking about? That was booties. Whatever.
No.
Booties, I think, works a little better, honestly.
No, I was like, how are you? How are you? Like, every single girl. One girl, she was cute, bro. She was cute. She responds, she's like, I'm good. How are you? You just keep walking. And I remember your reaction, like, damn, B. All right, yo, we're going to get you on again, Josh, all right? But next
Looking
time,
forward to it. I'm looking
Josh,
forward to it.
Thank you guys for coming. We're about to get a fat dinner for all those you who don't know. I get to see my boy Donnie, Josh,
Where are
Dove.
we hitting tonight? Where are we hitting?
We're hitting anywhere you want to go. But guys, thank you so much for watching.
Go to,
Like and subscribe, and let us know what you want to hear next. Have a good night.